Okay, do we have sound now? Please tell me if we have sound. I would have went forever without actually seeing my Streamlabs because I was editing things. Perfect. All right. Great to hear and see. Just a lot of mistakes today. That's what's happening. Just a lot of mistakes. Give me a second. Let me just fix a couple of things and then we're golden. All right, so we got 35 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to check out the link in the chat to trade up to 100x leverage on Margex, feel free to do so. I've been trading on Margex for maybe 3 months now, and I've been very, very profitable on Margex. Let me go ahead and I gotta log in. It's not letting me log in. All right, perfect. Too late to get Jasmy? I don't think it's too late to get Jasmy. I think it's still in a decent spot compared to the overall long term of where we're going to be. I feel like we're in an amazing spot there. But obviously, it could be a lot lower when you look at Jasmy coin. You see it at a level of 1.5 cents versus being at the 50% of a penny level, right? You're looking at almost a 3x or actually a 3x from that point. Sorry, I gotta clear my throat. Man. I don't know, it's a lot here. CRO will blow up next. I think CRO is already making a decent move. Like if we look at the entire market, I know I did an update earlier on my first live stream that seemed to not really go well with being able to track everything I wanted to track. um, if we look at the entire market, we're currently seeing the market around a $2.14 trillion market cap. So it's over the $2 trillion market cap level, well over the $2 trillion market cap level. And we're seeing a lot of things that are kind of up right now. I wanted to look at what's moving the most. We have Pepe that's moving the most right now. We have Pyth Network that's up there. We have Theta Network. We have Bonk, Oasis Network. We have SEI, HNT. Dogecoin is making a move. It's up 11%. Don't know if this has come back down about 1% in the last hour or so. We have Kronos that's up above the 10-cent level, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Up, I said, did I say 10 cents or 10%? So it's up 10 cents, but it's up to 10 or up 10% or 11% on the day. Bitcoin is also almost up 11%, pushing up to 56, almost up to $57,000. Solana up by 10% as well. Shiba Inu also up by 9%. A lot of things are green today, which feels really, really good. It's great to see it up at the, XRP up at the 55, 56 cent level. Should be a lot higher than where we are right now, but it's great to see it up at those levels. If we look at Algorand, that's up by 5% and so on and so forth, right? Caspa is making a move as well, Decentraland, all of those. If we look at my watch list and things that I hold within here, we have Bitcoin that's moving a lot. You have Bonk that's up quite a bit. Grok that is up about 14%, up to 73% of a penny. Beam that's also up 16%. Absolutely fantastic to see that. I believe, if I go back, I believe that I'm almost at $1,000. I'm at $963 worth of Beam as it has grown quite a bit. And obviously, Grok, I'm back up to break even. I'm over break even by $100. So it's great to see. um, but yeah, A lot of things, you have GME. I would like to see that. I really want to see that come down to less than 10% of a penny, because then that may give me an opportunity to purchase that play, which is a Solana based, meme coin. And it really, right now, seeing where the market cap is, seeing the volume, like, I feel as though it could be worth so much more and should be worth so much more just from the narrative and the connection with GME. So, yeah, that's something that's on my watch list. I don't have it right now, but it is something I'm looking into heavily. Grand Rising, everybody. Jasmy can't push up. What's going on? Jasmy is, I believe it's slightly positive. It's up about 5%, so that's not bad at all. It's great to see that it's moving there, and great to see that you have $326 million worth of volume. The continuation of seeing multiple hundreds of millions of dollars worth of volume is a big deal. 2025 is going to be great. 2024 is going to be great. Leading up to 2025 is going to be great, and 2025 should be just as good. Jasmine is right at the tip of a bull flag. It's about to skyrocket. Would love to see it happen. Guys, we have 58 people that are here. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Take the time out of your day and hit that like button. We're currently like halfway from the concurrent viewers to likes. We are halfway there. So feel free to hit that like button if you can. What do I want to do? I'm going to bring up all of the chats. Even though I don't have many chats that are happening, I want like pop out chats. Give me a second. Go here, do that. And then we'll do a pop out chat here. No, not top chat. I want to do a pop out chat. There we go. I'll do this as a pop out chat, and then I don't know if I could do, I can't do X as a pop out chat, but I think I can do Rumble as one. I don't know how many people are chatting over on Rumble, but I could definitely do that. Yeah, I can't do X, so we'll have to live with that. Why is that not working? There we go. Come on. Come on. Boom. All right. So we have two chats that are up. And we got 65 people on YouTube. Again, thank you guys for watching. I would hit the like button, but every time a guy tries to say anything, you never read it. Yeah, you're probably right. What's your thoughts on PNG? It's been pumping. I mean, people have brought this to my attention in the chat like a billion times. I would look at it, uh, but I just don't want any spamming of that. And the last time, I talked about it was kind of like a vault-like activity, and it was a major problem. Hi Matt, it looks like Bork is a scam. Is Bork a scam or genuine project? I have no idea. I've never heard of a Bork. Let me go back. I don't want to show anything on the screen that I'm not supposed to show, but Bork. There's multiple Borks, but there's one that's up. That's at a $4.5 million market cap with 10 billion coins in total supply. And max supply 100% is out there. You're looking at $3.5 million worth of volume. It's a Solana meme coin, so it's basically seeing 69 or 70% of the volume to market cap ratio. I don't know how long this has been around. It looks like it's been around for, a number of months. It's been around for about 2 months or so. Um, that's good to see, but it's had consistent movement in where the current price is, which I guess is hovering around that $4 million or $5 million mark. Um, if we, I can't really look at all the different detail there because Solana contracts don't give me everything that I need to see when you go into um, what is it, Solana scan or wherever you look at all that stuff from. You can't really get all the information that you want to see, um, especially when it comes to token sniffer to see if it is legit. But with the volume and the consistency, I would say, yeah. I mean, it's not looking like anything that's going to be pulling away from it. But again, we don't know exactly what the larger holders are or anything there. So you might want to look into exactly what the largest holders are for Bork. Tell me about the Multiverse. Multiverse new project coming soon. What is what is my opinion? I don't know what that is. You have to you have to clarify that a little bit. uh, Crow just listed on wait, L Crow is just listed on CDC. Any ideas? Uh, what is that? It's liquid CRO. Um, I believe it has a the same price as what CRO stands at, but I'm not entirely sure. I haven't experienced, getting liquid CRO or utilizing liquid CRO, so I have no idea. I'm just wondering because I work for my bag in here. Anyone else get involved and take advantage of the free money being handed out, or is it just me? Um, what what free money from me? What do you think about that coin? Kudos. I think I did see that um, recently. Let me go ahead and take a look. I think I was looking at that recently for some reason. But um, this currently sits at $158 million market cap with $2.5 million worth of volume. We're not really seeing a large volume to market cap ratio. It has 58% of the supply that is out there. I would say you definitely need to see a lot more volume within it. It is available on Binance.us. It's available on KuCoin and Gate.io. It's not available on any S tier exchanges. You can say Binance is one, but this is Binance.us. It doesn't see as much volume as Binance overall. So, you're only seeing volume of $77.4 thousand, and you're not really seeing a crazy amount. So, when it comes to, use case or whatever it's about there, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't dove into it as a decentralized blockchain-based network that provides access to sustainable and high scalable distributed cloud computing resources for Web3 natives and enterprises requiring GPU optimized and general computing virtual machines to power their DApps and AI workloads. So it's an AI project that will probably run with AI based moves. If you go into um, AI overall, the AI sector, you'll see this within there. It's a $159 million market cap. That's a decent market cap. It just hasn't seen the volume yet. So it could be something that honestly picks up based on the fact that AI ends up getting a lot more of a push, right? And altcoins get a lot more of a push, and could be something where you see a lot more volume than just the 2.6 million, and also introductions on places like Binance and Coinbase. And I don't know if it's on Kraken, but Kraken as well. I'm talking about pork claims I've been talking about here for 2 weeks. Well, that's great if you're collecting something. I mean, if you're a fan of a certain project, you know, I think everybody has their projects that they're heavy into or that they truly like fully believe in. um, I just have not had any. They gave away $1,000 to each person. That's fantastic. or to certain people, to everyone who helped Pepe and did a swap uh on the DEX. Okay, yeah. um. So yeah, I don't have any chats that are over on Rumble. If anybody is chatting, I don't know how many people we have over there. It looks like we have 8 people that are over on Rumble right now. So feel free to hit that like button, as well as 11 people that are watching on X and 81 people that are watching on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and check out all of the links that are in the chat, that are in the description, all of that. But anyways, Bitcoin is fastly approaching the $57,000 level. We're seeing Bitcoin's dominance that is rising up to 52%. And obviously, I mean, you see it grow by 10%, or 11%, and you're looking at 111, or 100.
Jonathan Teo donated 20 Singapore dollars through Super Chat. Hey Matt, have been watching you since the depths of the bear market. We have all came a long way. Soon we will reap the rewards. Keep doing what you do. Flexed biceps, light skin tone.
Well, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Um, but yeah, and it's your first super chat, so thank you for watching here today. Also for the super chat, as well as the kind words. I try to do as much as I can for people, especially in a bear market. I feel like the bear market is where people need to see that that's the time where you invest. That's the time where millions of dollars are made, and people always assume that they need to get in when things are blowing up. And honestly, that's not too late to see any gains, but it's too late to be, like one of those guaranteed millionaires as you are investing at the bottom of the market. You invest at the bottom of the market and you have the ability, you have that opportunity to become a millionaire. Doesn't mean that you will, because you may end up selling early, which is okay. You're gaining a lot here and it's okay. But you have the opportunity to do so. So thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being here and again, the kind words. Too many green candles to invest anymore. Feels like Twitch too late.
Simon Kenneford donated £4.99 through Super Chat. Should we be concerned with the lack of Jasmy price action?
No, I don't think we need to be concerned with Jasmy's price action. The fact that it's holding, let's go back to Jasmy. The fact that it's holding where it is right now, and the fact that we're seeing multiple hundreds of millions of dollars that are going into this versus the tens of millions shows how strong Jasmy coin actually is. And while we see a lot of things in the market are moving at the same rate, you have things like Bitcoin and Ethereum that are kind of leading the way with that space. You have some things that are moving a lot more, but not all of altcoins. We're not in altcoin season right now. If we're in altcoin season and we see Jasmy coin, not really flowing at the same level as other things, then yeah, we can start to be kind of concerned as to where we will see that truly hit. But we're not in altcoin season right now. We are very, very close to where that is. But we're not there yet. What's good is that we are holding at these levels. We're bouncing up and down. We see it at above the 1 cent level, and it didn't just increase to the above the 1 cent level and then decrease right away. It increased up to 1.9, or sorry, 1.7, decreased down, and then increased back up to 1.9, decreased down to 1.2, increased back up to 1.8, decreased down to 1.4 or so, and now it's starting, did climb back up to 1.6 and hit that multiple times. So I'm not concerned with the lack of price action. I like the fact that we're seeing, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars that are going through Jasmy coin, because it's still at a 43% volume to market cap ratio, meaning that it has a ton of popularity. Anything over 10% shows the level of popularity that it does have, which Jasmy coin typically hovers above 10%. But seeing it how it's been in the last couple of days, it's like you're used to what you're used to, right? So if you're used to seeing it at 100+% volume market cap ratio, then that's what you want to see. But that's not realistic. You can't just see 100% volume to market cap ratio every single day. So Jasmy coin has that strength, and we're ready for it to absolutely explode. I've been begging y'all to get into PNDC for a while. I'll stop though. It was just nice to celebrate my wins with people, hang out with. No, it's good. I mean, you make any type of gains. Congratulations on those gains. Not everybody can make the same plays that you will make, and if you're making a lot, um, in return, that's fantastic. Do you have an exit plan for your altcoins? Yes, I have exit plans for every single altcoin. Let me go back here and let me bring up my um, exit plan spreadsheet. So yeah, if I go through here, right, and these are just like kind of spur of the moment exit plans. I didn't fully put those through, but I know my certain levels I'm going to sell at. But yeah, if I look at my spreadsheet, and I have this spreadsheet with maybe 7 or 8 coins on there on my Patreon. So if you want to check that out, you want to get that file, it is pinned to my um, to the post. So all of the different posts, it's pinned as the top post. But I have all of the different coins that are here and tokens that are here that I can have an exit plan for. And I break every single one down for me and how much I'm going to gain from those specific ones. Now, it could be a range of 1 million. It could be a range of seeing 85,000. It could be 825,000. It could be less than that. It could be 35,000, or Grok could be a 1.1 million, or whatever, right? You can see so much that you can gain out of these plays. And yeah, and that's why I have it all broken down as exit plans. So yes, I do have an exit plan. If you want to get this spreadsheet, a version of this spreadsheet, feel free to go and check out Patreon, which the link to that should be in the description. Hey chat, what do you think about Jupiter coin? And that was launched on Solana Exchange. I haven't checked that in a while. I do have Jupiter, but I don't have a lot. So I was waiting for it to kind of pull back, and I think it did. And I was gonna buy at those levels, and I didn't because I have my Solana over on Coinbase wallet. So I have 10 Solana, and I really don't want to get rid of the 10 Solana that I have. But I like it. I feel like you're looking at like another Uniswap, and how far Uniswap has come in the last couple of weeks has been pretty great. Bitcoin gonna break 57K. I don't disagree with you. If XRP is to become a global trading token, um, then isn't it logical it would have to act like a stable coin and therefore not see great price action? No. Um, so if it's to act like that, it doesn't necessarily have to be a stable coin. It would have to act more stable coin-ish for people to have sustainable value. Just know that our dollar, like the US dollar, is not worth the same. Even though it's a dollar, it's the price of everything else goes up accordingly because of the fact that we keep printing extra money and we keep it at the same value, try and keep it at the same value, but in reality everything else goes up, so it's not the same value, it's worth less, right? When you talk about something like XRP, one, having that flow through banks as normal transactions, it's based on the total amount that you have there and the use of that. So as you are needing to use it and the amount that's available, it gives it a certain price based on what you need to spend it on, whether it's cross-border transactions, whether it's just storing it, store a value within a bank if you're putting it into your bank account. So no, it doesn't need to be a stable coin, but maybe act a little more stable in the future, which will be the case as you see an XRP ETF, which honestly will also increase the price because it will take XRP completely out of circulation while people are holding it for a long period of time. And then you have a certain amount that, the price instead of our, thing being worth $1, the whole entire time, our currency will now be increasing in value. Essentially, yes, we could still see, inflation in the price of goods based on the fiat currency. But when it comes to XRP, as you are holding that, it increases in value as time goes on. So you're kind of fighting inflation with your natural currency. That's what I would hope would happen, but it's not 100% that that's the case. So again, you're seeing the connection within banks for Ripple, and I mean that's why they're developing their CBDCs, right? We're trying to. Do you know anything about Nervos? I think I've heard of it a couple of times. I've seen it pump or pumping or I sold it. Hardly ever pumps, so I thought it was the time. I've heard maybe a couple of people talk about it. I want to say Nervos. But currently it's up 16% and it's up to a $740 million market cap with $141 million worth of volume. I mean, it has popularity. So, I mean, maybe this is, and it seems like the volume is down. So maybe you were talking about pumping more recently to where it pumped up to about 1.8 cents. It does have an unlimited supply. I don't know what the process on adding that supply to the total supply. I really don't. But they have basically 100% of the supply that is out there. And it is available on places like Binance, Gate.io, and 42 other trading pairs there. So it's not a problem with accessing it and being able to trade it. But honestly, just from an investment standpoint, it looks like something that does have growth potential. It just may have not moved for a while because it just didn't have anything, going for it at that moment. It didn't have any people that saw this as a major play, and now maybe you do. So it's all based on the investors that get into it and what they're looking at. Nervos Network added BTC to their blockchain. That is why you see it pump. The pump, type in on Twitter BTC KB. You'll see all the news. I was holding a CKB since 3 of 1 cent. What, 3% of 1 cent? Is that what you're saying? All right. So let's look at my I want to look at my portfolio and see where it is. I think it should be hovering around 50,000. So it's at 50,700 or 50,600. We're seeing Jasmy coin up at I'm up $11,000. We're seeing XRP that's still hovering around the 50, 60 cent mark. We want to see it grow a lot more, but there's so much uncertainty with XRP. Krill is up to 53 cents. That's up $1,000. You see Bitcoin, that's also up $800, $801. Harvest Finance, that's up about $262. Cardano is also up. Avalanche is up. Teller is making a move. I'm up, now I'm down on that position, but I have 10 Teller. I feel like that has so much more room to grow in gaming quite a bit. Marjek's question, unrealized P&L reach 100%. Is that just the initial investment? Still trying to figure that out. So if your unrealized P&L reaching 100%, let's say if you let me go into here. If your unrealized P&L is reaching 100%, it'll basically say that whatever you invested, it will have you'll have 100% profit. So if you decide to sell right now, minus the realized P&L, because you're going to have funding fees that come out of it, right? As you sell. So you'll see $32. And then if you're 100%, you'll be up to $64 minus whatever the realized P&L is. If it's pennies, then it's pennies. If it's dollars, then dollars are going to come out. But basically what I typically do is when it gets to 100 or 200%, I will take out either my initial investment, and then it will say, I'll be able to take out half of it, which will be my initial investment that I have there, plus half the profit, right? And then you'll have the initial investment plus half the profit, right? So you'll have on both sides. Or let's say, if it's $100 you invested, you gained $100, you take out half of it, you're taking out $100, or you're taking out your initial investment. If you gain 200%, right, so it's $100 and it goes up to 300, you're now taking out, if you take out half of it, $150. $100 for your initial investment, $50 for half the profit. That's how that goes. But if you end up selling at 100%, then you're essentially taking out just your initial investment and you have no profit on top of that. I followed your lead on the Dogecoin play with the 10x margin. Oh, you did? So you're up. I can't remember where it is. Um, so this one right here, that was up 100 or 200% at that point. That's fantastic. I'm glad you were able to get that. I don't ever recommend that people follow me, but you can do whatever you feel is necessary. And I always tell people, look, this is where I see this as an investment. I see it as a growth potential there. And, it could work out. But, I have my own investing strategy. I have my own, time to take profit. Uh, it was a learning curve. So you now, did you take half, or did you take your initial investment or take a little bit of profit at that point? Just now 50%. Okay, so you took 50%, so it was up 200% at that point. So you got your initial investment plus 50% of the profit, basically. That's great. That's fantastic. I wanted to pull some money out, but I guess I wanted to pull some money out of Margex, but I guess not. I guess I'll have to wait until tomorrow because Margex only allows you to withdraw once a day, and it's in the morning. So that it's if you try to withdraw to another place, it'll only happen in the morning. So if you do it throughout the day, it'll be pending until tomorrow morning. Hi, Matt. I missed the opportunity to buy Jasmy coin when it was low. When do you think is a good time to buy for Jasmy coin? Um, I think it depends what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for a long term, right, a long term push and, can handle being maybe negative um, in the next maybe week or month or something like that, potentially, then yeah, then right now would be a great time. But you missed an opportunity. You missed multiple opportunities not getting into Jasmy coin at a level of 1.3 cents, 1.2 cents, and I think somewhere around like the lower 1.4 cents level. I mean, right now it's at 1.5. So it's still not a bad level to be in for the long term, but you did miss a huge opportunity and a large amount of growth multiple times there. So um, Jasmine is still a great buy now. Yeah, I think for the long term, definitely. But a lot of people want to see instant validation or gratification or whatever word I'm looking for. Um, and that's the problem is that people want to see it positive right now. If they invest right now, they want to see a positive, even though it's an unrealized gain and they're probably going to hold on to it for a while. They want to see it positive just so they can feel better. You have those endorphins flowing. Endorphins? I don't know how to say that. Everybody kick the like button if you haven't already. Help the channel. Yes, absolutely. If you have the time, hit that like button. Off topic, I know, but do you have any knowledge on the trading platform called Jeffrey's Group? Someone wanted me to use it, but it looks sketchy. Never heard of it. So I have no knowledge on what that is. Um, I wouldn't say that it's a scam in any way or that it's not legit because honestly I don't know about it. And maybe when we get to the point where if you get to the point where you research it a little bit, if it looks legit to you, then make that move. Do they offer like ridiculous rewards for trading? Like do you get like 70% of like trading rebates or something like that or ridiculous staking? Because those are kind of tell signs like whether it's sustainable or not. Go see if your wallet is eligible. You have to help Pepe, possibly one other requirement. I saw Lunatics trying to make another comeback. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the price right now, but I know that they've been trying to make a comeback for a while. CRO? Yeah, I see that CRO is moving. I don't know how much or where I'm standing because I think I have 93 because I capture more CRO every day. You know, I buy more CRO every single day. I'm up $10 or $11 on this, and I have 3,567 CRO over here. How's Lunic doing? I think Lunic's doing pretty fine. Like I think it's doing okay. Let me go over here and look at Terra Luna Classic. I haven't gone into any type of detail, but Terra Luna Classic is up by 6.7% or almost 7%. It's up to 1.3% of a penny, and it's at a $763 million market cap. So that's great to see that it is up quite a bit. And, seeing it at a volume to market cap ratio of about 9%. We want to see it a lot further than that, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Kind of tired, man. I wanted to stay up last night just to, go through and talk about Bitcoin, um, talk about where Bitcoin is and how Bitcoin was moving, but I was super tired. I was falling asleep on the couch. Like that's how tired I was. Um, a 50K asset moved 10% in one day. I know. It moved by $100 billion in one day. That's crazy. All right, so we got 120 people that are here. Like I said before, make sure you guys kick that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for the spreadsheet. So you got the spreadsheet. That's great. I don't know if those positions work for you. If you find a position that you have, literally you can just copy the whole sheet to another sheet and then just change the title or the symbol or whatever, and change the pricing to match whatever you have there, and you can easily work through it and kind of build it yourself if you have a certain cryptocurrency that's not tracked on there. Pepe is 50% up. Um, should I sell or wait to buy at a lower price? Should you sell and wait to buy at a lower price? I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. Pepe has a lot more potential long term, right? And if you're looking for a short term way to gather more, you need to have a firm strategy on what times and when you do it, because that's not my strategy. One, I wanted to buy Pepe for more of the long term, and two, like I said, it's not my strategy to really try and perform short term so that I can gather more for the long term. Like that's not my idea. My idea is I have certain price ranges, certain exit plan prices that I get to and I sell at. That's my plan for things like Pepe, for things like um, Terra Luna Classic and Jasmy Coin and all of those things. Why is Jasmy not moving? It's not altcoin season. So Jasmy moved a lot, and a lot of money is flowing into some other things that are moving. And Jasmy Coin is not necessarily falling down. It's up by like 4%. So it's just not moving as much as Bitcoin or Ethereum, which a lot of things aren't moving as much as Bitcoin or Ethereum. Spooty could pull a Myro. That's great. It's great if it could. I haven't checked it out though. Where is SHIB in here? The only currency that is guaranteed to make you money, and you didn't even put say anything. Japan is in real big trouble, massive recession. Jasmy is on your list, and so is XRP. Interesting. Grayscale is buying SHIB. Robinhood is buying SHIB. This is only the beginning as banks, fund managers, companies are starting to buy SHIB and come up with solutions for reducing SHIB circulating supply to drive up their revenue earning. That's all speculation. The only people that can really decrease the overall supply of SHIB is going to be the SHIB community. You're not going to have fund managers and a lot of other, like, you're not going to have um, you know, places like that decrease the supply of SHIB. It's just not going to happen. You need the ecosystem dev team that's going to decrease the SHIB is a meme play, and it was supposed to have a lot more utility to it with everything that they were building. However, nothing really applied to SHIB in any way, so they kind of screwed us over overall. And I'm not saying I'm not a fan of SHIB at all. I have Shiba Inu. I only have about 100 million Shiba Inu. Um, and it's over, it should be here. Yeah, I have it on Coinbase. So I have 100 million Shiba Inu, which is not a crazy amount. But like the way that I look at it, currently, we're seeing it at a $5 billion market cap. I see a 10x, maybe a 20x that we could see with that if we're not going to see massive burns. If we do, fantastic. Then I turn 90 million Shiba Inu into $90 million. That's fantastic. But the point is, there's so much that needs to be done with SHIB for all of that to happen, for us to hit these levels that we want to hit, like a dollar and so on and so forth. But it's tough without them implementing these things, and we haven't seen anything from them. I don't think that that's the case. Only had 12K Jasmy when it was 1.7 cents. Hold for the long term. Something big coming on Robinhood for 3/2024. They announced on Twitter new crypto. Maybe. Jasmy is on an accumulating phase for the next blow up. Looks healthy. Oh man, here we go again. Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin skyrocketing right now? It's on its way. Oh, it's at 57. It's above 57. Bitcoin is absolutely exploding right now. Oh man, that looks amazing. Let's I want to bring up Trading View really quick. Let me Trading View. There we go. Because I have my indicator on there to see where things are. Let me go to the charts. And we'll look at BTC. And we'll look at the super charts. Gotta look at the super charts because they're super duper. We're seeing, yeah, this is crazy. Seeing Bitcoin go from 51 all the way up to 57. Imagine you put in a 100x leverage trade on that with like $1,000 or something, which would be risky because it's up to 50,000, and it's showing that showing very or a lot of strength at that point to the downside, but then absolutely explodes with a ton of volume that goes into it in a given day, in a given hour, and really this just skyrockets up, and people will be dollar cost averaging out as it got up to 57, decreased all the way down to about 55, increased back up to 57, and it's just great to see that. Now we're on the way to 58, 60, and then after we see it get to these high levels, we could possibly be looking at a lot of money that starts to flow into altcoins, because people are going to want to move money as this is moving so much. What are your thoughts on Phantom? Do you own any? I don't own any Phantom, but Phantom is a great play. It's a top cryptocurrency. I would say that it definitely has a lot of potential. And I see the popularity and a lot of what people want to invest in there. And yeah, it's just kind of thrown back by the fact that Bitcoin is moving so much. But yeah, I truly think Phantom is a good play as well. I just don't have any. I feel like it's tough to own everything, so I own what I own, and I'm sure that other people will own Phantom. Let me know in the chat if you do own any Phantom. Um, da, 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 da. But yeah, we got 137 people that are here. Again, make sure you hit that like button. Elon announced Grok update in 7 days. Get ready for an explosion. An explosion for Grok. I would love to see that. I don't even let's check where let's check my watch list so we'll be able to see where Grok is right now. Um, so anyways, Bitcoin is up by 12%, Ethereum up by 7%. That's great to see. Solana up by 10%, XRP up by 5%. XRP needs to move a lot more. It deserves to move a lot more, and the fact that it's not, it just pisses me off. But it still is moving. You have Kronos that's up by 11%, Beam that's up by 17%, Bonks 21%. Let's look for Grok, which should be down at the bottom, up by 15%, and it's still sitting around 73% of a penny. I think it has so much more room to grow from there. Lucky's is also at a level of, I don't know what to call that, but 77.62, and it's up 3% as well. But yeah, also GME is up. I want to see, I want to get involved in that. And I don't know how low it did go, if it went down lower than 10% of a penny, but I was watching it for a while. Somebody said, when is the scam going to stop bleeding? So it went down to 20 or 12% of a penny. And I would have loved to have gotten down to like 9% or less than that of a penny. But yeah, Grok Explosion is going to be great. And I can't wait to take some profit from that and do what I do with that. Blockchain tokens got your boy really eating. I don't know if you're talking about me, like I'm eating too much, like I gained a little bit of weight. Is that what you're saying? Like, uh, owner of pork just rich and pays for a marketing team. Interesting. So also, I wanted to go into another portfolio. Let me make sure I'm logged in. So this portfolio, which again, you don't see a lot of altcoins that are moving right now. So know that this should be moving a lot more if it wasn't just a Bitcoin market right now. But this is my Kraken portfolio, which is now up to $1,559.71. Know that I started with $500 here, $500 on this play, and looked for it to increase. And my level that I believe it's going to get to is go from $500 to like $50,000, which would be fantastic. But what I did here, and some people don't know what I did here, I bought random coins that were at the bottom of the market, because things that are on Kraken that are on a kind of a major exchange will be vetted, will be thoroughly looked through. So it's not going to be anything that's scamish. It's going to be something that has a lot of potential, a lot of growth potential, and it could be at a 100. It could be at a less than $100 million market cap and could push up a lot further. I'm looking for things that are less than that. And I took some things and grew it by 600%, some by 400%, and others by a lot more of a percentage as well. But you can see here some of the top positions. I have Celestia that's over here. I have 5. I have OMG Network, which is I have $69 worth, or 87. Anchor, I have $54. The graph is actually, I've put a little bit more into that. Flare has moved quite a bit. And I believe I only put $5 into that, I want to say. So I think I put $10 into it total. Yeah, $10 into it total. It's not giving me the dollar figures, but I think I put that much into it, and now it's up to 52 cents. So if I go back maybe like a year and look where this was, because I started investing down here, it was 80% of a penny, and I wish I would have put more into that, honestly, because right now it sits at a $1.8 billion market cap, and it's crazy to see that movement. But yeah.
Lucas Schrollenhagen donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Still believe in Jasmy, but a little disappointed to see everything but Jasmy in my portfolio rally today, loudly crying.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is disappointing to see something that you've had a lot of hype for and hope for within this last week not really move as aggressively as everything else. But we can't say that it's fully disappointing. Like, the movement that Jasmine has seen in the last week or so has been absolutely amazing. Multiple billions of dollars that have gone through this. We're currently still seeing hundreds of millions of dollars that are going through Jasmy coin. So it's not truly disappointing, to say that, where it is, is not a good place. It still isn't a good place. It's just not moving as much as Bitcoin. Most people are assuming that Bitcoin is moving, so everything else has to move aggressively as well. But honestly, Bitcoin is moving by 12%. Ethereum's moving by 7%. You're not seeing crazy major movements in everything, right? BNB is only up by 2%. You see Cardano that's up by 7%. You're seeing Avalanche is up by 8%. Some things are moving a lot more, like Dogecoin is up by 12%. But Chainlink is up by 5, 6%, 4%, 2%. So some things just aren't moving as much because it's not truly altcoin season. And when you do see it's altcoin season, it's going to absolutely explode for everything. I mean, you're going to see 20, 30% here, 50%, 100% there. And we're all going to be very, very excited, especially when we look at things that are in the top, 100. Because right now in the top 100, before the top 100 at the bottom, you saw the lowest thing at a 100 or 100 from the top 100 there was like 100 or 200 million dollars of a market cap, right? You saw things that were very cheap. I don't want to hear your meows. Not right now. Let's not do that. You saw things that were really cheap, market cap wise, that were in the top 100, and now $845 million is that top 100 level. And I believe Jasmy coin is on the second page. It's at 105 and it's at a $741 million market cap. So it's still worth a lot. And in the last 7 days, up 43%. It's still up more than everything else that's on this, or a lot of things, not everything. Everything else that's on this second page, you see Dog with Hat and Nervos and some other things. But Jasmy coin is up 43% in the last 7 days, which you can't really say for everything that's even on the first page. So still very, very bullish on Jasmy coin. I'm not concerned with it at all. You clearly bought the top of Jasmy coin, otherwise you won't be moaning. I mean, people like to see movement because they get really hype and you like to see movement. So it's not necessarily about them buying the top, but not seeing the gains that they once seen before, right? That's what it's all about. Dog with Hat. Dog with hat or dog with gat? Like, I don't know what you're saying there. My 2 million average, 40% of a penny in price. That's amazing. My Jasmy is still up over 300% despite this dip. So I'm good. Yeah. Hail Micro Sailor and Micro Strategy for our Bitcoin savior. What are you talking about? Oh, for some reason I was thinking of a different name. I was thinking of a completely different name. Um, who's the guy from I can't think of his name now. I can't think of his name. I was thinking of the guy who was like Bitcoin and the crypto market's gonna fall even more, and Bitcoin's gonna go to zero, and Bitcoin's gonna go to like $1,000, stuff like that. You have doubled your investment at that entry price. Uh, Merlin swap is early on Merlin chain next 1000x. No, I wasn't thinking of Jim Cramer. It's another Michael.
Lucas Schrollenhagen donated $1.99 through Super Chat. You think will Jasmy outperform Bitcoin in bull run?
Do I think it'll outperform Bitcoin? First of all, thank you for that super chat. That's your 20th super chat, so I appreciate your super chat. Um, um, But yeah, do I think it will outperform Bitcoin in a form of percentage gains? Yes. I think Jasmy coin, even if you look at it getting to $1, the percentage gains from where we were at in the beginning stages of things, yeah, absolutely, it's going to outperform Bitcoin. Bitcoin at a level to where it's at 30,000 or 40,000 and getting to 80,000 is only a 100x, or sorry, not 100x, 100% return, right? Where we see it now, if we see it get to 100,000, or close to it, a little bit over, I guess, at this point, it would be a 100% return from where we are now. If we just perform for now, like Jasmy coin, from here to a level of $1, let's just round down, or I guess round up, and say it's a 100x return, which would be a 1,000%, sorry, 10,000% return instead of a 1,000% return, which would be a 10x. It would be a 100x and a 10,000% return from where we are to where we will be. So absolutely will outperform it that way. But when you talk about volume, you talk about market cap, no, it won't outperform Bitcoin. Bitcoin to a level of 100 and let's say 112 or 114,000 would be a $2 trillion+ market cap, $2.2 trillion market cap. That's insane, right? That's a ridiculous level to get to, and market cap wise, absolutely outperforming it. But Jasmy coin getting up to a 100 or $1 price point is a better percentage than that. It's a long-winded answer, but that's what I have for you guys. We have 142 people that are here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And Pika Moon pre-sale just sold out. I can imagine so. I mean, it looks like it's pretty popular. Hopefully things go absolutely massive for that. That it explodes. No way someone said Michael Saylor owns the most Bitcoin. I believe he is Fidelity. He has bashed New York City, but loves Ethereum. Has bashed NYC, but loves Ethereum. I don't know what that was. Did I just have a spider go in my ear? Oh, speaking of spiders, so I was out golfing yesterday, which I think I might golf today as well. 'Cause it's supposed to be 62 degrees today, but it's supposed to rain. But either way, I think I'm still going to do it. Um, anyways, I went out golfing yesterday, played horribly, and I what was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. Oh, I had something that felt like it was a rock in my shoe, and I let it play on for maybe like I finished out the hole and then went to the next tee box because there was somebody behind me, and I checked my shoe and there was like a huge spider that was like in my shoe, but it was I crushed it. It was dead. So I like smacked it out and I was like, that's disturbing that I had a big spider in my shoe. Um, and I just murdered it when I put my foot in there. So I apologize to that spider and its family, which probably was also in there. But yeah, that was pretty funny because I had it on camera too, where I had to take my shoe and bang whatever was in there out of my shoe. So it's pretty interesting. It seems like you're saying Jasmy to $1 is a sure thing. I think Jasmy is definitely getting to $1. I'm not saying it's guaranteed 100% that it will get there. Um, but I believe that it will get there, right? I believe that it will get there. I'm looking at it at a very large percentage chance that we will see that happen. Um, when we compare things to um, the overall volume that we've seen of a high point and the consistent volume, we compare it to other things that are around that same volume range and what the market cap looks like. Um, yeah, check your shoes before putting it on. Yeah, you should always do that. My spiders are my weaknesses. Yeah, I mean they're not the greatest. I'm just glad I don't live in like Australia or something. Um, because I know the spiders are huge there and they're everywhere. So yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Or um, you know, west on the west coast. I know there's some big spiders that just hover around outside, and I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy where I live. Yeah, I'm happy that I live in Pennsylvania. I feel like I don't have as many, like we don't have tornadoes, we don't have hurricanes that happen over here usually, um, and we don't have those huge spiders or alligators or anything like that. Like I that's something that I fear the most when I'm down in Florida or South Carolina or something where I'm like I play golf all the time, and I'm like these damn alligators and crocodiles and get the hell away from me. Like that's all I care about is just not being eaten or my children. Like that's something that scares the hell out of me. Just jump up and try and snatch somebody. Uh, would have been the wait would have been the next Spider-Man. I mean, maybe it might have bit me. Knock on wood or something, my guy. Never say never. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we're talking about tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff, we just hardly ever have it. Matt, what's your opinion on tonic? I'll read that before it reads it. Tectonic? Uh, Tectonic, I've given my opinion on that multiple times, but it's just not a play that has a lot of volume. When we look at Tectonic, it currently has 85 or $90,000 worth of volume. This is not millions, this is thousands, and it's sitting at a $32 million market cap. So the volume to market cap ratio is 0.20 or 2.27%. And you have 49% of the supply that's out there, but they do offer supply and continue to dilute the position, which we have seen. That's a problem for me. So there's multiple issues that really just pull me away from getting into that play, even though it's a Chronos coin. It's just not something that sits well with me because of that. Um, and yeah, it's been around for quite some time, and it really is only available on VBS Finance and Crypto.com, which is it should be available in more places. When I was a kid, I lived in India, and a caterpillar was inside my socks. Um, and when I put it on, got a lot of rashes after. I didn't think a caterpillar was that dangerous. It's just weird to touch. It's kind of like fuzzy, depending on what type of caterpillar it is. Um, but yeah, is Lunac dead? No, I don't think Lunac is dead. Lunac still has a lot of growth potential. It still will grow a lot. It's just whether you will see a difference of making millions or hundreds of thousands, right? Um, whether you'll see burns or no burns.
Halfbreed0202 donated $2 through Super Chat. Matt, what's your opinion on tonic thinking face?
Yeah, so I just gave that opinion. But you said I had a snake in in your boots. That would be alarming. We've had like garden snakes and stuff. I did see, I don't know what type of snake it was, but it was like orange. It was orange, black, and white. And I don't know what type, if it's poisonous or whatever. That may be a poisonous snake, but we had one of those. Um, orange, black. Snake. Is it poisonous? Um, those are corn snakes, sometimes called red rat snakes. Are slender, orange or brownish yellow with a pattern of orange and red blots outlined in the black along their bellies and distinct. Okay, which resembles a checkered board. Yeah, that was definitely the snake, but it's typically in Arizona. Is that what that says? Um, so they occasionally eat fish. Juveniles can often be found in low grass surrounding ponds. Well, that's where mine is. Um, no more ponds now. Um, where they search for cricket frogs. Hmm. These snakes are harmless to humans. Okay, great. And well, that's not the same snake. That's not the same snake, though. Uh, are they poisonous or not, man? Wait, maybe it was. I don't know. Sounds like a corn snake or a milk snake. All right, well, are they not? They're not poisonous. Not poisonous, but it doesn't feel good. Both non-venomous. That's what I meant to say. Not poisonous. Venomous. I found a snake in my trousers. That's not good. Not good at all. All right, so let's see what somebody else is saying something over on. Imagine if that spider bit your toe and it blew up like Jasmy a bit. Yeah. Oh, it bit your toe. Okay, got you. Yeah. If it did, I mean, whatever. I'd be Spider-Man. Only one way to find out. Go back and find that spider. Or you're talking about the snake. Only one way to find out. Just get bit from it. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Is anything else moving? Let's see what things are moving in the market the most, because I know we can go to trending and see what's moving overall. Within the top, this is 24 hours, things that are trending. You have Cody, I guess. That's up. Let's look at the biggest gainers and losers. This is in the top 100. I want to go top 500, and we're going to see that um, PNG, somebody called that out. PNG is up by 86%. That's fantastic to see. Volume of $112 million. I just got kind of weirded out by the fact that PNG kept coming up yesterday. And it's not that I don't want to check things out ever. I just hate when you have like uh, like a lot of people come here and just continue to talk about one project. I if we're talking about the project overall and we're having a conversation, then yeah, we can be like, oh, this. But if nobody has mentioned it and it's just continuous, like check out PNG, that's where it's something where it becomes spammy and it bothers me and I don't want to check it out. Same thing happened with Volt. I don't think Volt is a horrible or was a horrible play by any means for the majority of people, but it was just too much. There was a lot of things. Once you mention it, it's like a crazy amount of thunderbolts and all this other stuff. Fun talk. Is this about Jasmy? I mean, we're talking about Jasmy overall, but we're talking about mainly just the overall crypto market. Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu is also up, and that has the ticker symbol Bitcoin. That's probably the reason why. It's up by 39% overall. You're seeing Fire, that's also up by 33%. That's great. We talked about that in a previous video before it went live. Python Network is up by 29%. You're seeing Stacks that's up by that. You're seeing Prime, and I've talked about that a couple of times. Since I mentioned that, that went from like $8 to $15. So that's crazy to see that movement. And that's a play that I've mentioned twice. I've mentioned it in my don't orange. Am I saying that right? Just don't make me say what this is, which is a bottle of water. I don't say water like water. And that's still a weird way to say water. Water. Got to pronounce the T. That's funny. 7.7 million Jasmy. I'll be homeless if it doesn't pump in the bull run. Um, well, please don't. Please make sure you protect your initial investment. I hope you're not going to be homeless in any way. I don't think you will be. I hope it's not a leverage trade, by the way. CRO will pump double, nice and slow, and hit all time high for sure. Yeah, I think it will definitely break all time high price points, not only the market cap level, price points. Um, no, I usually say water. That's how I say it. Water with like it's like WUDDER or something. Water.
A Mazer Fraser donated £5 through Super Chat. Hey Matt, have you any ta on Crow? I've 230k and I'm curious if you believe in a new ATH or only a retrace?
Oh, absolutely. I
Trace
believe in it.
Neglected Trash Can
Sorry.
donated $2 through Super Chat. Say orange again lol.
Praise neglected trash can. First of all, that's a hilarious name. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. But also, Mason Fraser, thank you for that super chat. Yeah, I'm a big fan of CRO, and I'll continue with CRO. I was actually going to make this live stream about CRO, but then I didn't. Um, just because I don't really have a way of visual to looking at it, looking at what CRO I hold. But it is up a decent amount. You know, it's up 11%, 9%, I guess, up to about 10 cents or over that 10-cent mark. I think we will see a Kronos well above the all-time high. My price prediction for Kronos is around the $3 price point level. $1 is a no-brainer for Kronos. And as you have 100,000 or 200,000, you'll be able to gain that much within that time period. Once it hits $1.25, that's where I'm actually taking my first sale or first sell. I'm taking out my position, which is my initial investment. And then after that, um, letting it run, letting it make its move. And I'm currently gaining a lot over on crypto.com with the DeFi or with the card, as well as the rebates and all of that. And I'm also investing $10 per day forever. I'm never going to stop investing uh, a lot into Kronos. And that's actually going to be my amount that I hold for a very, very long time because I'm going to keep investing into it like it's an ETF. Jasmy is slowing down. Yeah, I mean, Jasmy's not going to stay at this
Trace
speed
Neglected
forever.
Trash Can donated $2 through Super Chat. So is it pop or soda water? I am Southern, so it's soda.
For me, it's soda. I don't say pop or soda water. I just say soda. Matt, join the Oscar Ramos CRO $1 party. Welcome everybody here. All Kronos chat only. Um, so no, I'm not joining an Oscar Ramos to $1 party. He only believes that it gets to $1. I believe that it's going to go a lot further than that. And because I think it's going to go a lot further than that, I'm apparently throwing things that are unrealistic out there. From those are his words, not mine. Um, it's unrealistic to say that CRO can get to $3, even though it's only a $75 billion market cap. Um, so no, absolutely not. But CRO is a great play. Love CRO. I've been a fan of CRO since before he was even making content. So yeah, I've been a big fan of that position. I've been in crypto the past year and a half, and I've seen this kind of activity. or you've never seen this kind of activity. Yeah, I can agree that there's a lot of people that are new to the markets, and it's great to have newer people invest at the bottom. That's where you really make a lot of your money. Uh, I'm the lead admin slash mod there. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think we're cool at the moment. So don't know if it's cool for you to be here. I mean, you're everybody's welcome within my chat. You're okay to be here, but um, yeah, the way that he just talks about people is just not cool. Like I try to keep it as fair as possible, and I'll be like, I won't talk about anybody in their like a personal way or how they feel about something, but it's giving me those vibes that's like, um, if somebody if you talk about some sort of project and someone comes here and says it will never be worth anything, and it's not going to get to this level or that level or whatever, and just completely shut down everything you have to say and all of the different research that you've done, and say that it's like truly clickbait, when I'm the most realistic person that's here with a full exit plan to understand how to break down those exit plans in the future. It's ridiculous to say that I'm looking to just hit the highest price so I can sell on people in any way. Like I've never had that happen once. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was like from the beginning, it was like this passive aggressive attitude that he would have. It's just crazy. I, I don't know. I've always been cool with people, and I'm cool with most people that are out there. I'm cool with actually every. There's been people that have, you know, talked shit about me a couple of times, and I've talked to them, and then there's never really been that since, and they also have changed their attitude towards, um, maybe investing or creating videos and not really doing that. But you're burning bridges overall. That could be some sort of connection in a way, and it's a dumb way to go about life. It really is. Like I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine without, and I'm sure he'll be fine. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy. I'll leave that go. I bought ADA at 7 cents last bull market, and ADA reached $3.10. So I can see CRO hitting $1.50, $2 or $3. $2 or $3 is not possible. You don't believe that $2, a $50 billion market cap, is possible. Typically, within a bull run or a bull market, right? You have a bull market that happens here, and it hits a certain all-time high. Typically, when you have something that is a major player within that bull market, in the top 100, thoroughly in the top 100 and consistently staying within there, right? You will see it hit, even outside the top 100. You'll see it go 2x to 3x over what that all-time high was. So seeing it at 2x or 3x over the all-time high, um, shows you like that's what it's typical. And if it's typical, that's $2. Right? $2 is a $50 billion market cap. $3 is a $75 billion market cap. Oh, you were a great guy, Matt. Keep doing what you were doing. And I mean, a watch when it does happen, then we have, the people that said, oh, well, it can't get there. And then they'll go, oh, I never said that it couldn't get there. I just said you were unrealistic to say that it would get there. Well, how is it unrealistic if it actually happens? It's also unrealistic for what people said, unrealistic for Jasmy coin to get above 1 cent. It's unrealistic for Jasmy coin to get to the level of 2 cents and wait for this to actually happen. And now all of those people that are wrong, you're proving them wrong. But I don't remember who they are because I really don't care to remember who they are because they don't care about the projects that I'm invested into that I talk about. So um, it gets to a certain point. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to say at that point. I really don't. Keep moving on, my guy. Um, don't feed into the energy. No, it's good to talk about this stuff. It's like venting. Uh, you're a great guy, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. He does have good points, but does tend to ramble on. Yeah, like they talk about me with clickbait. Like I have a title and thumbnail and I talk about whatever I'm talking about. Whether I'm talking about a dollar, whether I'm talking about something getting to a certain price point in a certain amount of time period, or a burn off a certain amount in a certain time period, I talk about that. That is the main subject of the video. Never clickbait. It's always the subject. Is it something that's a topic that might have some like a little controversy behind it because it might not happen? Yeah, but that's the conversation that we have. These are the questions that are asked. So I always put that out there. Um, but then I'll get labeled as clickbaiting when that's not even the case. So I don't know. Whatever. Man, the whole trolls are out this morning. Oh, it's cool. It happens. He only sees the thumbnail and doesn't watch the video. I've seen that multiple times. One like 1,000 times. He has, and this is what really like like pissed me off like a lot. Where I was like, I said, I think it was the 88 days one where I said Terra Luna Classic could get to $1 in 88 days, and this is how it would get there, right? If we saw these burns. So literally talked about that and broke down the whole entire thing. He didn't watch any of the video and then explained that it could never happen and then proceeded to give no information and no facts as to why that couldn't happen, right? He just basically said no and just kept repeating himself, and that was the problem. Like, and I hate that this keeps coming up, but you know, it just pisses me off because I don't like to burn bridges or say that I have any type of grudge on anybody because it takes more effort to hold a grudge than it does to not hold a grudge. But like in certain cases, it's like you can't just sit here and stand for people that
Lucas
claim that they do
Schorlenhagen donated
research.
$4.99 through Super Chat. Oscar the type of guy to surprise his homies with a visit from the Tickle Monster.
What? I don't know about that. What the heck is that? I don't know what that is. I don't agree to that. I'm not gonna talk down on somebody's character, but that's a funny comment. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, I don't like holding a grudge. Um, I don't like getting upset about certain things. But when you say things like that and don't actually watch the content, like if he says something about me, I'll watch the videos. I used to watch, his videos all at one. I just like the way he says crypto.com. I'm gonna tell you that. I just feel like it's all together and it's all one word. Like it's just flows together, and I literally would go into the video just for that, and then I would get out of the video. No, but I would watch the video and see what he has to say about it. And if I have any comments, I would make a comment on it. But I've never had to make a comment on his videos unless he said something about me. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that. He said he's a loser, dude. Don't let a few ruin who you are. So many of us have been putting in great positions because of you, or put in great positions because of me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that I put you in great positions. I hope that I can just open doors for people and people can find that opportunity to walk through those doors. And we've seen that multiple times. But I wouldn't call anybody a loser no matter how much I hold a grudge. I wouldn't talk down on somebody's character, no matter how much I hold a grudge. But um, still, it's just difficult to take in when you know you felt like you were part of the community. I was okay with talking about something as if it's going to blow up and all of that. And then it kind of got back into the conversation when people brought up, "Have you seen his Jasmy coin videos?" And I'm like, "Of course." How did he see that Jasmy was a popular topic to talk about? Hmm. Any thoughts on TokenFi? It seems like you avoid it every time. I don't avoid TokenFi. I think the concept of TokenFi is great. To be able to potentially see um, the ability to create your own token easily, yeah, absolutely. That's a great concept. Don't take criticism from anyone you wouldn't take advice from. Yeah, I guess that's a good saying, but you probably also shouldn't take financial advice, maybe personal advice or life advice or something like that. Matt, are you happy with Grok right now? Absolutely. I think it's at like what, 73% of a penny? So I'm up $100 on my play. I'm sure you're happy with it because you bought at the extreme low. So you must be up a decent amount on your play. What type of car do you drive and what is your dream car? I mean, I drive a Kia Sportage. I just like practical cars. I mean, obviously I would like to have one that's impractical like the um an Audi R8. That's probably my more of my dream car, but I wouldn't spend Audi R8 money on that. Um, like it's like 250,000 or something. It's expensive for the 2025, I guess it would be at this point. Um, but yeah, I would love to just go with um, a Kia EV9, the electric SUV. It has a huge amount of space, and it's obviously it's electric. Um, so I want to go for that because I just go for things that uh, that work, that keep the kids safe, that have all the different features, the bells and whistles. But I don't want a minivan. So if I can get close to a minivan, that would be an SUV, a big SUV. R8s are way too loud. Cool car though. Um, it depends. I've seen R8s that aren't really that loud. I've seen R8s that are actually quiet. It just depends on what upgrades and what uh, mufflers you have on it. It's not super loud. When do you expect a big run for Jasmy, before or after the halving? I expect a run before the halving. I expect a lot more after the halving. I like that answer, bro. My family man. I respect it. Well, thank you. But yeah, it's all about the SUVs right now. DGI game is pretty cool. Should check into it. A lot of upside. Maybe I will. Um, One thing that I am excited about. So I have the new Lorcana packs, right? New Lorcana Into the Inklands, another collectible situation, and going to be opening it up with Harper. And I always like to create those memories. I'm not posting anything. I won't post her unless it's actually golf content because she's getting into golf a lot more. So we'll probably golf together, and she'll be on like the golf channel, and we'll just continue to golf together. But when it comes to uh, just having her on camera or whatever, I want to have these from my memories. So it should be cool. Do you play games on your Meta Quest? Absolutely. Play Assassin's Creed. I play. I've played. I for exercise. I'll play like the Creed game. Uh, I also play Tetris while I'm sitting there on the couch. Sometimes I also play on my Xbox because it's cloud gaming. You can do on that. So yeah, I'll play a lot of different games. Flare is in price discovery. Interesting. I bought Flare right when they announced that Google was going to start using their ledger. Solid move. That paid off. Did you end up? How much did you make from it? Having only about 52 days away. I'd expect to see an upward interest in a few weeks before the halving happens. Yeah, I expect to see a lot of, I mean, we're already seeing a lot of movement. Are we going to get back to look, this is the crazy thing though. Are we going to get back to all-time high overall market cap wise, which was about $3 billion, I want to say, right? That was where the highest point was. So if I go to market cap and we look at everything total, $3 billion was like kind of the highest point if we look at all history. Are we going to find a way to get back to that point before the halving actually happens, which honestly would be insane movement, but Bitcoin is moving like it is going to get there, and it's going to be worth multiple, like 1.5 trillion dollars. You're going to see Ethereum up at those levels. You're going to see money that flows into other things. Are we going to see it get back to a $3 trillion level, or do you think we'll see a retracement to maybe pull us back to a certain point? Maybe somewhere around here, which would be, maybe a 1.7 or 1.8 trillion dollar market cap. Will we see that happen? Just so we were already talking about it. Great question from earlier in the chat. Were you around during the last halving? And historically, was the month prior to the halving bullish or bearish? So what I've researched, I wasn't around during the last halving, right? I was I was there. I was invested, but not heavily invested. Like I was more into the stock market during that time period. So no, I wasn't around during the last halving. Um, I was around halfway up as things were picking up, and it started picking up. I believe it was like um, I can't remember what the research was. I think it was 3 months to 3 months to 6 months, like somewhere in between there, that it did. I end up starting to pick up and really pushed up after that. So it may be a delayed reaction. However, with the news of the halving, right, the actual halving happening, um, and people getting prepared for that and ramping up their mining rigs in order to kind of be able to mine hopefully the same amount, just using more in order to do so. Um, you have a lot more that's going to go through in transactions and in altcoins as well as Bitcoin, and it's just going to be fantastic to see. So I would imagine with the ETFs as well that you're going to see a little bit quicker reaction, a quicker push up, because what people like to do is they have the halving, they wait for people's reaction and how they're going to react to what just happened. And once they see that reaction, now they'll start to make that move based on where they believe it's going to go, based on what the initial people did. I think that reaction will be a lot quicker because you will see more money that's flowing into the ETFs after the halving, which does eventually or essentially pump the price, meaning that that is the beginning stages. And then you have that second round, which before was the first round, right? While you had maybe not smart money, but you had larger investors, you had whales that may have been getting into it and starting to pick that up in the first, let's say this last halving. Um, and then you saw the reaction from everybody else. Now you're seeing the reaction or the automatic investment into the ETFs, then the larger whales that are starting to get into it, and then you see the reaction from everybody else. So I think you'll see that happen a lot sooner because directly after the halving, you'll see more that goes into it. That's just my opinion, right? Again, it's not 100%, but that's just my opinion and how I feel about it. I'm super cold. If you were around during the last halving, your dedication is insane. I mean, if you were around during the last halving, hopefully you have a massive amount of gains. Hopefully you were able to gain a ton out of these plays. Uh, just read the AMA from Jasmy. Looks like they're looking into AI and DeepIn. What are your thoughts? Obviously, everybody's looking into AI. The more you look into AI, the more connection you have to what this bull market will really hover around, which is artificial intelligence, usability, the massive use cases, obviously with Bitcoin store of value. So seeing AI as that leading push to the market, just like last time you saw metaverse that was really coming up as the bigger push to that the bull market. Now you're going to see kind of a mixture where AI still leads the way, but also metaverse gaming and everything there. I think eventually you'll see gaming that kind of runs the space in the form of just consolidated market cap. But AI definitely will have a bigger picture. So of course it makes sense to make that move into there. But I think they have a little bit of a little long road for that to happen. I'm new, like under a month. Only have XRP Jasmy up to now, but I hope one day to be able to expand. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely not wait too long for that expansion. You probably want to wait maybe for a little bit of a pullback, but just gradually get into the markets because you don't want to miss out on what the opportunity will be for crypto overall. I don't want you to aggressively put all the money that you own in there, but understand what crypto will be, at least from what I see within it and a lot of other people. It's going to be worth a lot and it's going to be heavily used a lot. So you want to be a massive part of that. Damn, XRP is still so boring. I agree. It's very boring. But when it's boring, this is the time when you're like, this is the time where I can make investments if I wanted to. And if I had, and I would love to have a project that is going to be so successful, and yet um, right now it's still very boring compared to everything else. This means that all of the gains that I gain anywhere else can now go into XRP if I truly wanted to take those out. So let's say Grok does run up to 3 cents. And I now can take my $12,000 that I have in there and I can throw that all into XRP if I wanted to. I could. I don't know if I will, but I could take it and throw it all into XRP because XRP is still at 50 cents. So if Grok somehow runs or if something else starts to run and I have extra 10, 20, 30, $50,000, I can now put that into this play that guarantees me, that millionaire status from Jasmy coin, or sorry, from a play XRP. So I just talked about that yesterday. How can you get to a guaranteed millionaire status from XRP, and the maximum or minimum amount that you want to have to be at a level of like $10 or $11 would be 88,000 XRP, which honestly would be 40 something thousand dollars. So if you can get to that point, which I currently have $12,000, then I kind of guarantee myself that run, even as it only gets to $10 or it gets to $20 or it gets to $30 or it gets to whatever. I truly believe it's going to be at $10 to $20 of a value, but it has so much more room above that with the massive use that we could have. So yeah, I'm all for it. If we can find a way to do that where something stands still and I'm gaining all this money somewhere else, absolutely I'll throw money into that. It's kind of a risky play to throw everything that I had there. Take out a loan and 100x leverage trade Shiny Inu. You'll never have to work again because you'll be homeless. That took a turn that I thought it would never take. I don't know. I thought you were gonna say like it will you'll never have to work again because you'll make so much money. You'll never have to work again because you'll be homeless. That's funny. That got me there. Do you think it's a bad idea to convert all of my profits to Jasmy to grow my bag, or should I wait further for further downside? Convert all your profits to Jasmy. If you feel as though Jasmy is going to be the biggest play in your portfolio, then it makes sense. But it's all depending on your strategy. My strategy, I would never take everything, like all of my profits, and throw it directly into Jasmy, or all my profits and throw it into another play that's moving right now. Like the reason why I said throw it into XRP is because XRP is not moving. It's standing still, and it's been standing still for a while. So I would never say throw it into. Thank you for the gift of membership, Alex Pins. I appreciate that. And Jonathan Teo got a gifted membership there. I must be really lucky to winning stuff here. Yeah, you did win the giveaway, didn't you? And then you won the um this membership here. I think I read an article about it. About what? Jasmy partnering with a company that makes blockchain rostering systems. Didn't see that. JT, go buy a lottery ticket. You probably should. Just buy one. Well, I don't know what the lottery's at, but you should probably buy one. Is Grok a meme? Yes, Grok is a meme play. It's also a an AI chatbot, but they're not associated. Um, are Ripple facing another lawsuit? Not that I know of. No, it's still the same lawsuit. It's still the same litigation that's happening like right now. So as they're going through this, there's still that level of uncertainty overall. I don't think they have a working product, just partners. Hmm. XRP will pump definitely. I 100% believe that it will. I just want to be a part of. I want to have more. I said 20,000. I think I'm done buying, but if I have profits, that's not necessarily buying. That's just converting or swapping. Um, which would be great. XRP only going to $3 to $5 max. That's what you believe that it's going to $3 or $5? I mean, if that's what you truly believe, I'll let you stick with that. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed to go there. I truly believe that it's a very strong possibility that it will get to a level of $10 to $20. Um, but I don't know what's happening upstairs. I think the child is upset. Can you talk about the relationship between altcoins and Bitcoin in respect to when Bitcoin pumps, some altcoins drop? So a lot of money flows into Bitcoin. I mean, this is the way that you look at it, right? Bitcoin, a lot of money will flow into it, whether it's the ETFs, whether it's just people, that you have a store of value. Even I have Bitcoin. I have like 3,000, almost $4,000 worth of Bitcoin. And I'm just continuing to gather it up because it's my store of value, right? I treat it like it's gold. But then when people now see those gains, what they tend to do is take some of those gains and they'll throw it into the altcoin market. Altcoins that haven't run yet, right? So you'll see things like Solana that hasn't really moved as much in this time frame. You'll see, AVAX or XRP or whatever, where you'll see money that's now flowing into those cryptocurrencies instead of just into Bitcoin. So you don't typically see money flow into Bitcoin and altcoins at the same time. It flows into one and then the profits flow into another. Then you'll see that kind of change as the altcoin profits, it'll flow back into Bitcoin and it'll just keep, it's like the circle of life or the water cycle. That's basically what it is. Give me a second. Let me go and say good. Let me say goodbye to this little lady while she's going to school. On here. Okay, audio's back on. How you doing? We got 248 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to check out any of the links in the description, feel free to check out those links. And if you want to check out Margex and start trading on Margex, feel free to use my link in the chat. Currently, where we stand, I want to look at my overall balances. Yeah, I mean, I've been killing it on Margex. I've been absolutely killing it. I have a lot that's in orders, about $1,000 that's in orders, but I've been killing it on Margex for right now. I do want to go over to trade though, and we can look at some things that are there that I probably want to take maybe some profit from, because currently Bitcoin is up to a very high point. I think I should take half that profit. I know it wouldn't be a crazy move, but I do want to take half that profit and close some of that out since it is up 313%. So I know it can run still some more, but I just want to be able to protect that profit, which will be a decent amount, a really, really good amount. It'll be about half of what that is. So so it should be about $100 overall that I'm taking out of that if I take out 50%. Confirm. And now I'm sitting on $75 there with still a 313% gain. Now I do have a 200% gain over here for Dogecoin that's sitting at a 8x leverage. And I invested 145 XRP, which is only about 50 or 60 or $70 at that point. So I'm looking at a 200% return, over 200% return. So if I decide to take that, I would be taking the $70 that I put in plus plus half of the 160. So about $150 overall back into XRP, and then leaving 150-ish dollars in there at a 8x leverage. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take that as well. I want to make sure, yeah, I'll go ahead and take that as well, just to be able to protect some. For Dogecoin, I know it can go a lot further, and that's actually, you know what? That's sitting at a very, very low level, so I'm going to leave that in there.
Ryan Herzig donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Matt, Google XRP new lawsuit. WTF Cali?
XRP new lawsuit. Let's see, this is from Crypto Potato, February 27th, which is today. Daisy, can you stop? Stop it. Get out of here. Stop meowing. Ripple is sued in a class action for allegedly selling its XRP token without requiring legal restrictions or registrations. With a trial set for October 2024. The firm is also fighting the SEC in court over claims conducted an unregistered $1.3 billion securities offering. So this seems to be, from what I understood, there was something, I think it was a lot of money that ended up getting released, and I know there was some talks about it. I had an article about it, and I didn't dive into it. So sell some SHIB profits you made. Sell some SHIB profits you made. I think I did already sell some SHIB profits. 162. No, I only have $32 invested into that. So what I'm gaining is not, I don't think that's enough of a push. But some of these SHIB profits, that's not bad. I'll probably have to do that too, because that's $114. I don't know. But either way, like I said, this is interesting though. It is a class action lawsuit, which I can't say that I don't take seriously, but I don't generally take those seriously. But Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I want to go into some detail there about that. And we'll see all the different information. I'll read into that. But thank you for that super chat. Thank you for alerting me to that as well, because now that's a video topic. That's a conversation that we need to have. Leave Doge alone. I don't think leave Doge alone. Daisy, just you're saying hi to Daisy. I don't know where she is, but don't say hi to her because she'll just keep meowing. I usually give her attention after I get off the live stream, and she knows this is around that time that I typically give her attention, so she wants it. When do you reckon Jasmy is going to go off? I made 1,500 off of the evil world coin with only $250 in 3 days. Then put half on Jasmy, and I'm currently ripping or riding Pepe to the moon as we speak. Well, that's great that you're having so much success. First of all, I don't know if you had the same amount of success because I believe WorldCoin ran the same time that Jasmy Coin was running as well. So you're putting a little bit into that play for the future and seeing that for the long term, hopefully. When do I think Jasmy is going to go off? I think sometime within, March, we will see it push and most likely break past the 2 cent mark. Um, but I really don't know exactly how far it will go before the halving, before it does start to maybe retrace a little bit. Hopefully it will go to a level I would like to see of 5 cents, which would be a 2.5 billion dollar market cap. Yeah, it would be a 2.5 billion dollar market cap, which is not absurd for Jasmy and the amount of movement that it has had. Um, so that's what I'm looking for before the halving. After the halving, I'm looking for 10, 20 cents overall. Um, so that's what I see within it. Jasmy will shock the world. I don't disagree with you. XRP new lawsuit. Damn, they can't catch a single break. Yeah, XRP can't catch a break. I agree. They can't. I mean, the things that they may do, right? Where they're releasing certain coins is we need to see that escrow just completely taken away. Gotta scram, guys. Hope everyone has an awesome day. Yeah, you too, Mom to the Max. Thank you for being here. So yeah, we got 232 people that are here. I think we're gonna be live for a little bit longer, and then we'll see what we have to do for the day and what we have to upload. I want to upload a shorts golf video, but got a couple of things that I need to do. But today looks freaking amazing. I would love to stay live the whole entire day and just see the market rip, but um, we're not really seeing many things rip in the last hour. We're seeing Dogecoin up 0.5% in the last hour. Shiba Inu that's up by 1.8% in the last hour. Theta it's up by 2% in the last hour. I'm trying to, there we go, 3%, 2%, 1%. And XRP is flat. I want to see that just move, but it's not. Where do you think the roadmap for Jasmy will be presented? Where do I think it will be presented? Their website, AMAs, Twitter. When Jasmy fourth quarter lockup, before, I don't know the exact date, but it should be before the end of March. My XRP is all profit. I took out my initial investment. So I guess I'll just continue holding. Yeah, I mean, if you have all profit, absolutely. I'm gathering more XRP as we speak. I'm just continuing to have more and more. I think I'm trying to see exactly how much I have over here on Margex because I plan on sending the XRP that I do have, which is 660, over to Coinbase That's going to get me up to 22,000 instead of 21,000, because currently I'm at 21,350. So with the, how much do I have in there? With the 660, it should bring me over the 22,000 mark as I send that over. And I also have 1,143 that's still sitting in orders. So hopefully I can capture a lot more with that growth and that movement. So yeah, that'll be fantastic. And then Tether, I guess I have $24 sitting in orders, but I also have a lot that's available. That's good. And then I also have about $900 in Bitcoin to send over to Coinbase right now, which my Coinbase I already have 3,500. So I still have $3,000, or I have over $4,000 worth of Bitcoin. That's fantastic. Gemma and I locked up about 500 of my XRP along with some other coins. I sent all my information they asked for. They still have my account locked. I don't know why. I have no idea. I don't know what Gemini is doing. I'm at where can you buy Grok? So right now you can only buy Grok on wait, would you leverage it 5x? Would I leverage what 5x? Pepe? Where it currently stands, it has increased by 50%. So um, I would try and leverage, but you want to make sure that it's not going to come back to where, you know, which if it comes back 50%, like if it's up 50% and ends up decreasing down, if you leverage it 5x right now, it has a strong possibility that you're going to get liquidated no matter where you leverage at. You could leverage at the lowest point, which would be 5x, and you may end up losing on that. But if you throw something small in it, or you kind of supplement the leverage, right? So if it moves one way or the other, you can have a buy leverage, a long leverage, as well as a sell leverage, and hopefully neither of them get liquidated. But if it goes the opposite way, let's say if it does pull back, you can now gain something from your leverage trade that was to the downside. Now, if it does and you end up getting fully liquidated, you can essentially make maybe all the money that you invested back by having that downside investment play out in the right manner. Now, if you don't get liquidated, then you can see that you gain something on the way down because you sell at that point, and then you also gain something on the way up as it bounces back off of whatever that lower retracement was and then pushes up. So in these cases, the only possible move, the only move that makes sense would be to supplement it. You're talking about Jasmy. Would you 5x leverage Jasmy? I would if I could. I can't, but I would have leveraged Jasmy a long time ago if I was able to. But you can buy Grok on Uniswap. That's the only place you could buy it. In the middle of telling me where to buy Grok. Yeah, I know. I literally just switched. You can buy Grok on Uniswap. You can buy it on BitGet, I believe, or Bitmart. So let's go to Grok. If you go to the different markets that's available on, up 14%, great to see. You can buy it on, if you're in the US, Uniswap, Bitmart, I believe you can get it over there. But if you're outside the US, depending on where you are, you can get it on Gate.io. You can get it on Uniswap as well, HTX. LBank, I believe you can also access in the US, but don't quote me on it. But yeah, you're seeing that you can buy it on those three places potentially: Uniswap, LBank, and Bitmart. What do I think about Jasmy now since it's dipping? I mean, the same way I thought about Jasmy when it was rising. It's going to be worth a lot. I still hold 1 million. I didn't do anything with it. I still have my 1 million. um, over here on Coinbase, and it's let me go ahead and refresh it, and I should be up about a $10 or $11,000. It's up to $14,840. I haven't sold any of my 1 million. I missed the boat on Jasmy. Damn, I might do that Pepe work though. Good call. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. It's all about how you manage it because Pepe has been um, it grew by a lot. So you have to see some form of a retracement or an absolute skyrocket. And if it does, you make a ton of money on the way up, but you end up losing um, the money that you have because you get liquidated on the other position that you pushed to the downside that you wanted to push to the downside. Um, but overall, you can make your money back plus more if you find a way to really blow up with Pepe, which honestly it should. Should have bought when I heard about it in 2023. Are you talking about Jasmy? We held Jasmy through the 28% of a penny level. This dip is nothing. Yeah, I agree. Is this live? Yes, it's live. At least I think it's live. Maybe I'm answering this and I'm just assuming that Eric Taylor is going to be asking me a question. Maybe it's not live. It's like one of those voicemails where I kind of predict what you guys are going to ask, where you go like, hello? No, I don't need anything. You see how I did this? I'm doing this like this. It's like there's different ways to do that, and apparently this is like an old school way of doing it, which makes sense because you have a thing that you're talking into, and then you have the audio. So like I guess people do this now, or they do this. Hello, but I'm old, so I'll do this. Hey, how you doing? Um, is it true that larger Jasmine wallets are selling? You're always going to have people that sell with a large amount. A lot of people like to claim that, oh, well, Jasmy whales are selling or Grok whales are selling or XRP whales are selling and all this stuff. Yeah, you're going to see them sell. At certain points, those whales may only need to make 10 or 20% or 50% to make a decent amount of money. They don't take on the same level of risk that we take on. Those people that invest $1 million into a play, they only need to make 20%, right? If they make 20%, that's $200,000 that they just made in one single play, right? That's a lot of money. And for us, we're looking for $200,000 with multiple hundreds of percent. Now, if they see 100% and they invest $1 million, if you invested $1 million and you get $1 million, I would take that any day of the week, right? Once you get to a certain point, you don't need to now make 10 million from that investment. You can turn $1 million into 2 million and be insanely happy. But for us, turning 1,000 into 2,000 is not really, that exciting, right? Because it's another $1,000 that you can now invest into another play. But honestly, these are markets where a lot of whales can react quickly and be more of the day traders because they turn 1 million into 2 million very, very quickly. They turn 1 million into 1.3 million very quickly. So whales are going to sell all over the place. And it's not concerning to me at all that a whale decides to sell. You have to think of it that way. We will see whales sell and they'll mess up the price here and there and people will react accordingly. But that's all they're trying to do is get a reaction to you because then once they do that, now they can buy it at the price that they originally bought at again and then do the whole thing all over again. So we're just making it harder on ourselves by making everyone aware that a whale just sold because once that whale sells, now you are the reaction and now the whale can get back into it after you reacted and others reacted from what they did. Yeah, it was up $300 from just today on Pepe. Meme coins. Pepe has staying strong power because Well, it's Pepe. Yeah, I agree. Um, my nephew was laughing at me doing that the other day. 42. Yeah, I mean, I'm 32 and I'm over here doing this, and yeah, I figure like everybody's either like does this because you literally just take a phone. Like I have my other phone here. You literally just take a phone that's like this, and you just go hello, and that's the way that people do it. It's like hello, how are you? You know. But I'm like I'm on the phone. That's the way that we. That's the way you symbolize that you're talking into the receiver. That you're not just you don't just have something up to your ear. But whatever. I'll leave it at that. I definitely get excited by 1,000. Well, yeah. I'm just saying it's not as exciting because we're all pushing for $100,000 or $10,000. Most people get excited when they see a couple thousands, but when you see like 1,000 into another thousand, like 1,000 into 2,000, it's like if you invested 1,000 into a play, you most likely expect more than just 2,000 out of that, right? When I invest 1,000 into cryptocurrency, I expect more than 2,000 out of every single play that I invested over $1,000. Even some that I invested lower than $1,000, right? All of these plays above this point, I expect multiple thousands of dollars out of this. Then when you get up to the peak point, you get up to the most that I invested, I expect tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars out of these, tens or hopefully hundreds of thousands of dollars out of these. You never really know. Same thing goes for Bitcoin, which I don't know if I'll be able to see that because I don't really have a crazy amount into that. Happiness is being singles with big moon bags and health. Gym day, I sold half my um, L or ILV today. Interesting. Did you make good gains from it? Did you have a net worth target all your cryptos for this cycle? Did I have a net worth for me or for my cryptocurrencies? I'm not understanding the question. So I don't have a net worth target because I just want to stay in the positive net worth. But as I have these student loans, it's like it's tough to stay there because well, I mean, technically it's growing every day as I build more wealth that's standing in my bank account. But once I pay those taxes, that's not going to be the case, right? It's still going to be positive net worth, but um, yeah, it's like once you add in the house, you add in all of these things. I just want to have everything paid off so I don't have to worry about that portion of it ever. Why do you think Jasmy will run further? Just subscribe. Thanks. Well, thank you for first becoming a member and also subscribing, doing everything all in one shot and being forward and asking a question. I appreciate that a lot. Um, why do I think Jasmy is going to run further? One, the level of popularity, I feel like is the biggest point. Uh, the popularity in Jasmy coin, when you see a day for a certain position that was previously seeing tens of millions of dollars worth of volume, see $1.7 billion worth of volume. That doesn't go unnoticed, right? It's something where you you have to now compare um, this $1.7 billion worth of volume with other plays that have seen $1.7 billion worth of volume in a single day. Um, and just compare it with other things that are there. And when you do compare it with things that are in the market, you're looking at Solana that's at a $50 billion market cap. You're looking at XRP that's at a $30 billion market cap, and you start to see those levels that it can get to in the form of popularity. But then you also add the the use case to it. You also add the things that they're developing when it comes to Jasmy chain, when it comes to the fourth quarter lockup, when it comes to potentially decreasing the supply, not only with the lockup but also potentially with a burn wallet or some sort of burn feature in a way. Now it's not given that that's going to be the case, but you have all these different things that take place, as well as the popularity of the Internet of Things sector, the data sector, and how much is going to be implemented within it. So honestly, it really does show me that it has a lot of growth potential. And even while I looked at it before and said, this has so much more room for growth. As I look at it now, I start to look at it differently in more of a positive way because of all of the things that have happened over this past, couple of weeks, which really has opened a lot of other eyes to it and also my eyes to the actual popularity of where Jasmy Coin is. You see all the places where it's trading on. It's not one specific place. So I'm very hype with Jasmy Coin and where that will be. But again, that's still just my opinion. And I hope that, others will, maybe research it and see for themselves exactly why, not just because of like what I'm saying about it. But yeah, there's so much potential with it. $2,600 put 1,550 into Sidecoin. How old are you, bro? 32. Matt, um, your Jasmy looks really good. I'm happy for you. Please remember to pay off your student loans. Yeah, my student loans are extensive, so yeah, I gotta pay those off. I paid off Erica's student loans, and yeah, I'm looking to do a mine as well because they're at a, like 6%. What's crazy is the fact that as they consolidated these new student loans into, instead of being Fed loans, it's now something different. It's now into like Modella or whatever it is, and you now have these new percentage rates that you had a locked percentage before. For me, was 3%. It was like really low compared to where it is now, which is 6 or in some cases 7% on those. And now my uh, my loan is a lot higher, but I'm also paying a lot more interest, and it's like it restarted because it got consolidated. So it's honestly ridiculous that that has happened. And it's just a way of guaranteeing people to pay the higher interest rates rather than being stuck at the 3% interest rate that they had before, or even 2%. I think some of them were 2% interest rate that I had on my student loans. And then the other ones were no more than 3%. But now it's like 3.5 and 7.2% for my student loans. And it kind of pissed me off. There's a lot of things that piss me off, but it's mainly around money situations. I currently have a small amount of Bitcoin. Should I be taking profit now or wait until the halving? I mean, if it's a long-term play for you, then you wait. But if it's something where you're questioning the gains that you have and you want to put it into other plays, then go ahead and take that Bitcoin. Because for me, I'm up $800 on my Bitcoin overall. I've been up on Bitcoin since I've held it since my first buy-in, right? I had $20. I didn't even buy it. I had $20 worth of Bitcoin that I received from Coinbase, and I just kept stacking whatever Bitcoin was there. And now I get a lot of Bitcoin from, like, say, Margex as I make different trades. So I now am up to like $3,500 worth of Bitcoin over in my Coinbase. But then I also have um, Bitcoin. I have like $900 worth of Bitcoin in Margex that's supposed to be sent over here. So I have over $4,000 worth of Bitcoin. I could take that Bitcoin and throw it into other plays that I believe in a lot more than Bitcoin. But this is my store of value. So student loan Ponzi scheme. Hopefully you'll pay it back soon. Yeah, I don't want to pay that much interest. So yeah, most likely I will. I pay an extra 1,000 every month just to I want to keep money for whatever taxes I have. Whatever I have in my bank account that doesn't go towards taxes, I will throw into my student loans just to be able to pay that off. However, I want to be able to build up a lot more, and hopefully that comes from the cryptocurrency gains rather than my regular income that I receive from different passive income sources. So we'll see. That's criminal, bro. If the loans went the other direction, you would be in jail. Yeah, super BS. I agree. I agree. It's crazy. It's crazy that they can just easily increase something that's a fixed interest rate. It's a fixed interest rate for less than 3%. And now it's not fixed anymore because Fed loans, sold all your loans to someone else. The loan should have been locked in like you have with a mortgage, right? My mortgage is locked in with a I think that's 3% as well. It's locked in, very low interest rate. So I never want to refinance, because if I have to refinance, then I'll be paying, a ridiculous amount on what I have left on my loan. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous what they've done. Like with a mortgage, when it gets transferred over to another company, you keep that interest rate. It's fixed, and fixed should mean fixed. But no, they consolidate it into a new loan, and they force you to consolidate it like all together. So I can't wait until the interest rates come down, because I'm refinancing all of those into something else, because I have the income to do so. I can refinance anywhere the hell that I want to, at any and that an extremely low rate. But that's only when the rates are low, and the rates are still high right now. So I'm waiting for those rates to come down, maybe within the next 2 years, and then I'll do that. Keep your head keep your heads up. Do you do whatever you can to pay off your student loans? Yeah, I mean, I will. It's not a given on um if I will. I'm doing it. It's just I don't like to give away money to that. College costs way too much as it is. PNG is going to $10. It's great to see. I saw that it's up like 80% today or something. I want to see Grok move, like absolutely skyrocket. I want to see that so bad. And I think this is the play that's going to do it. I think it's the play that's going to do it. And I want to remain strong and hold 1 million Grok for a long period of time. But I also want to collect my initial investment and continue that, which it's okay. If I gain $600,000 from this as it grows, I'm okay with that. If I gain $1 million from this, I'm okay with that. If I gain more than that, obviously, I'd definitely be okay with that. I bought PMG at 8 cents. That's fantastic. I'm not talking about PNG because people keep on coming here and they will spam PNG. And I'm kind of thrown off by it. I'm thrown off by what just happened with that. Matt, uh how much X on Grok do you reckon? How much money on Grok do I reckon? What is this, like olden times? How much do you reckon? How much do you reckon, like, you purchase, or how much do I hold, or like I don't know what. I'm not paying mine back. Lockdown to ruin my final year slash master 6 years of study down the pan with no paper to show. $250,000 debt. They owe me since wait, they owe me since 2020 plus 6 years of life. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot to go through all of that, and then maybe not to have anything to show for it is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I don't like student loans. It costs too much anyways. College should cost way less, especially with all the money that they make from these damn football programs. I feel like they need, and basketball programs. I'm so cold. As you can see here, I'm freezing. You know what? Nobody's here. I'm gonna turn up the heat. Turn up the heat to like 90. No, I'm just playing. It says it's 68 upstairs, which means it's like 62 down here. How much how much X can Grok do according to you? Oh, how much do I believe Grok is going to grow to? Like, is it going to go like 5X, 10X? Well, if we look at it at a penny, I'm definitely looking for that level of getting to a $1 price point, which would be a $6.9 billion market cap. I truly believe, or $6.3 billion market cap now. I truly believe that Grok will be a very popular meme coin within this bull market, and it will be one that starts out at this low point and really starts to take off because Grok has that tie, to Elon Musk. Even though it's not technically tied to the Grok AI chatbot, it now has that tie in a way because Elon specifically went after this Grok and suspended the Twitter account on this one and not any other one because this Grok was gathering too much attention. And it will always gather a lot of attention. Um, and the movement that we've seen, the places that you can buy it, it just has a lot that's available. And I think you will see S tier exchanges, you will see tier one exchanges, and you're just going to see this flourish overall in the future. And right now, it's just the kind of it's just the starting point for this. So yes, I am finally back at break even. Um, with what I invested into the play, I finally am back at break even, a little over it by like $182 at the moment. Um, but I think it can go a lot further than that. A lot further than a value of 1 cent, a lot further than a value of 10 cents and 20 cents and all of that, right? Which 10 cents would be $100,000. 3 cents would be 300 or sorry $30,000. 30 cents, $30,000, and so on and so forth. It gets to a dollar. I have 1 million. So I said $30,000. 30 cents would be $300,000. And so on and so forth to a dollar, which would be 1 million. So I believe that Grok is easily going to have a 100x. However, I think it can go a lot further than that because, I mean, you're only looking at a $6.3 billion market cap at these levels. Also, we don't know if we're going to have more burns that factor into this because they have burned off, I think, about 300 million coins. So I'm not sure if it was asked, where do I buy Grok? You can buy it on Uniswap. You can buy it on LBank and Bitmart right now. They don't have any other places like Kraken or Coinbase or Binance right now. But I truly believe that it will happen. I'm very bullish on that play. Why is not Jasmy pumping when Bitcoin is? Jasmy had a lot of movement in the last 7 days. It's still up 46%, which is way more than a lot of things in the last 7 days, and it's still up over 100%. In the last 2 weeks or so, maybe even a month or so, like it's up a lot. So the movement was aggressive, and a lot of money is flowing into some other things that are moving. But then you have money that's still sitting there. The thing that you can take from this is that the strength with Jasmy Coin and where it stands is fantastic. Grok is on Uniswap. Yeah, that's where I purchase it. It is going to cost you a little bit more because you're buying on a DEX rather than a CEX, but that's where I hold mine. Holding Uniswap, bought real low, not for sale. Do you have a Discord group for crypto? So I have a Discord group. The Discord group is not really as active. I do talk and chat within the Patreon where we have our select groups for daily crypto chats, stock chats, leverage trading, and some other things. I think dividend investing, and we have multiple chats that we can chat back and forth where people are active within there. That's definitely more active than Discord. It's just Discord has people that come by, and there's always people that try and scam people, kind of like YouTube. How the comments people come in and try and impersonate me. They do the same thing in Discord. They can't do that in Patreon. So that's the whole reason why I wanted to be heavy on Patreon, because it's more of a private group that you can only get in if you pay towards. And I will be able to, if I see somebody that is a true scammer that decided to pay whatever they could pay to get in the chat, I can kick you out and ban you, and I know who you are. You can't change your name. You can't do anything there. But what they tend to do is they change their name to my name, and then they block me as the admin and the creator the owner of the Discord group, which makes no sense that you can have that happen. They block me and then I can't see their name. And when I can't see their name, or when I eventually find their name, I can, like, they change their name right away to make it seem like they're not that person, right? So they try and scam people and then instantly go backwards. And um, it's just ridiculous what they do over on Discord. So, anyways, long story short, yes, I have a Discord. I don't use it as much, but I do have a Patreon where you have activity in the chat and also have access to me privately if you wanted to private message me. So feel free to check out my Patreon link, which is in the description. Also, if you guys want to start trading on Margex and start leverage trading like kind of I am, gaining a decent amount. Again, I have $900 in Bitcoin that I have to send over to Coinbase. I have extra $1,000 that I gained in Tether as I was making some of these trades. If you want to do that and you want to start trading actively with maybe 100x leverage, 10x leverage, 5x leverage, look at all the positive gains that are over here. Up 141%, 73%, 111%, 32%, 110%, 122%, 200%, 310%, and 189%. Like, you see all the different percentages that I have gained overall, and how positive I am on these plays because the market is moving in that direction. You can do the same as long as you find the best strategy for you. Just make sure that kind of what you are doing, and you start out with a low amount of money if you are testing out what you're doing. If you're good at leverage trading, this is a no-brainer. This is a great platform. And honestly, their tracking systems as well, like their dynamic updating with their indicators and lines that you create, fantastic. So definitely check out that link to Margex that's in the chat. You can trade up to 100x leverage with Margex, and in some cases, you can trade only up to 50x leverage or 25x leverage, depending on what the position is. But they have a lot of positions that you could trade. Why ICP denies to move? I mean, it's just not a good day for ICP. Just downloaded Uniswap or Uni. Should I buy some guac? Guac, like the guacamole. Should I buy some grok and forget about it? I mean, that's totally up to you. If you buy some grok and forget about it. I didn't even get my physics masters. Please God, let Pepe Moon. Basically, they fucked my last 10 years. Yeah, that sounds horrible. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. And I hope Pepe does moon for you and absolutely explodes to like a $6 billion market cap. If you took out like a leverage trade on these, I hope it grows to a $6 billion market cap and you make a lot of money from it. Where's Pepe right now? I think Pepe has run quite a bit, so I expect to see maybe a little bit of a retracement from this point, especially as it is reaching 0.002. So I'm gonna put in something within Margex right now, which I don't know if it would be good to say, because you look at Pepe where it currently stands and how far this has come up. It looks like it's gonna be a double touch point. You made it push heavy. I made it push from when I talked about it yesterday. I mean, I don't think I made it push that much. I don't have influence on Pepe that much. It went from a $600 million market cap to a $900+ million market cap. So I don't know if I'll make any moves on Margex right now. I think I already have enough profits that I gained from it today. So I just don't have anything in Pepe, and I wanted to have something, and I forgot about Margex because I could have easily put in a $100 investment in at a 25x leverage. ICP pumped above moving average. That's all it needs for a couple of months or less. How high do you think Dogecoin will go this cycle. I think it will finally hit $1 this cycle. I know some people may not be fans of that take, but I do think that Dogecoin will finally hit $1 this cycle. That it will get to a 140 plus $1 billion market cap. And the reason I think that, I think Dogecoins or meme coins will have moves, and it will run to. I didn't leverage and I didn't leverage and rolled in $300 last 5 hours, or yeah, last 5 hours, kicking myself. But I think Dogecoin will have a huge move. That meme coins will have huge moves, and you'll see things that run up to 50, 60, or whatever $1 billion market cap. But then you'll also have the one that leads, the couple that leads, like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, things of that nature that will really run to a way higher level, and even maybe even Bonk that gets into that category. But I think Dogecoin, as the kind of Bitcoin of the meme coin sector, right, that it will run to a way higher level than just $100 billion. I truly believe that. Grok should be fine this bull market. Not my meme coin of choice. I went all in on Byte this morning, added more to my bags. Let's go. I see some good things with Byte. It's just I think the volume is a little bit low. And I don't know if it's moving right now, but I know the volume was low the last time I looked at it. So that's the only thing that needs to pick up, which honestly is not a bad thing to have, because once you pick up in volume, you now have a way more successful project, right? And by far, actually. What do you think about trading on Bitvavo? I've never traded on that platform. I've honestly not have heard of it. I advise you not to take a lot of student loans. Yeah. Just don't. Yeah, try and. So for me, my first 2 years throughout college, which I feel like I'm going to get interrupted by the super chat, which is okay. I did read it and, responded to it. But through my first 2 years or 4 years through college, I had maybe no more than $20,000 in student loans. And I was excited about that because I had grants, I had all these things that really gave me a little bit of room because I didn't owe a lot.
Triple Evan Gaiman donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Grok should be fine this bull market, but not my meme of choice. I went all in on Byte this morning, added more to my bags. LFG Gem Wind Face Wave.
So yeah, I had $20,000 in student loans, like no more, and then I decided to go for my master's, and that was where I made a mistake, right? I liked what I gained throughout my master's, but if I knew I wasn't going to be, and the reason why I went that route is because I wasn't actually on YouTube at that time when I made that decision. It was like 2017 where I made that decision to go for my master's. And I ended up graduating, or was it 2017? It might have been 2000. It might have been 2018. No, 2017. I don't know. But I made that, no, it was 2018. I made that decision to go for my master's then. And I decided that I would use like everything with the business that I was working with to give me a little bit of room. It still cost me like $50,000. So it was a lot of money, even though I had, discounts and money that was paid back from the business that I worked for. It was just, I wish I would have known, like if I would have went to, if I would have chose to get my master's after I started on YouTube, I would have never chose to do that. I would have chose to leave that alone because I knew I wasn't going to go that route. I knew I was going to go like my own business owner route and be able to create wealth from home, rather than have $50,000 extra in student loans. So, my student loans are ridiculously high because of that. and I went for my master's. But I'm glad I got my master's. It was a great achievement. It's also, it was great to see for my daughter to see me graduate. So that's something that I would pay $70,000 for, or $50,000 for altogether. Um, yeah, that's something I would pay again for her to see, because it was just an amazing moment for her to be up in the stands and understand what's going on. Not only just be a baby, but like be a what was she, four, 4 year old child, at that point, understanding what's going on. So master's is expensive. I only did college, um, and company courses, and given marketing courses, of which I paid to study. I got no brains for masters. Congrats. Well, thank you first of all for saying that, but you honestly don't need brains for to be or to have your masters. Um, there are a lot of people that are, you know, I don't want to say dumb, but just don't know anything, but they still have a master's or even a doctorate. And, you know, you don't have to be insanely smart to get something in a select field, but it is great to be able to have it and to know that that is a journey that I continued. And even at that point, after I got my master's, or not after, while I was in my master's, I was searching for DBA programs for a doctorate in business administration, just because if I wanted to go the college route, I wanted to go all in to say that I was really moving towards that level, right? And, being the best within my field. However, moving towards the level that I went, or the area that I went with, YouTube and business ownership and more entrepreneurial stuff. um, it just didn't make sense for me to pursue that. I'm cringing hearing you say that. I'm getting my master's as we speak. I'm not saying that everybody is dumb that gets their master's. Like, obviously I got my master's. I feel like I'm pretty smart. um, but um, when it comes to whether it's useful in these situations, it depends, right? If you make a boatload of money now from crypto, like say if you make a million or $2 million from crypto, was there any type of necessity behind having a master's at that point? Not really. But certain businesses now are requiring master's level education in order to be at a certain level. At one point, it was only bachelor's degrees. Then it became master's degree, or now it became master's degrees, and even people are moving towards, certifications as well as having master degrees. So you're now having further education, and it's just costing you more and more to get paid less, um, unless they decide to finally increase, just wages overall. $70,000 to study half rice. Oh, $70,000 to study is half price of my home. Got you. They said half rice. Let's say. I don't know. I thought we were cooking at some point. Um, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's half the price of my home as well. At least what it was. My home is worth a lot more now with how much the housing market has increased. You don't need a master's if you want to do master. If you want to do masters, ask your company to pay for it. Simple. Yes, true. If you can get your company to pay for it, then it definitely is worth the cost, right? Because you're now gaining something extra, to where if you do now move into that management role or that director role or that whatever, you now have the educational experience in order to do that, but you don't really have maybe the work experience to do that. So they were paying for mine, but it still was ridiculous. Some master programs are crazy, and the master's programs that I was looking at, um, some of them were in the range of like $100,000+. And some other ones that people told me about, they were like, yeah, go to this one. And it was like $200,000 or something like that, $150,000. And I was like, no, absolutely not. And the place I was working for, um, I forget what the percentage is, but I think it was somewhere around like 50% or something. Um, yeah, something like that. And depending on what you did, but since I didn't stay there after a certain period of time, I didn't get a certain amount covered because, I left before that. My company got rid of that program right after I started. Of course they did. What do you think of Digibyte? Is it a shit coin? I don't know if I've looked into that. Is that the same thing as Byte? Let me go back here. Let me look up. Oh no, that's not the same thing as Byte. That's a different one. Uh, like when you say Digibyte, you mean the one that's 210 million dollars? This one, or because that's not the same thing that you typed out. That's why I'm. This is the only one that I see. The crypto bull is now out of the cage and ready to explode. I don't disagree with you. Pal AI is wait, is Pal AI a scam? My money is stuck in this project. I didn't think it was. I saw some people that were talking about Pal AI and how it had a lot of potential. I don't think I've heavily looked into it. There are some degrees that pay you well even with a bachelor's degree. Some degrees or some jobs that pay you well even with a bachelor's degree. I would agree with that. There are a lot of jobs out there that pay you well even with a bachelor's degree. Jeff Bezos went in on Bitcoin. Well, of course he will. Everybody's going in on Bitcoin. All right, guys, I have to get out of here. I should have been out of here at 9:30, but I have to. Any update on Cali Chain? That's actually I have to go into that because I haven't checked any update on that. I still have my money in there. I have something in there, so I want to check, what it's all about and how much I have and what it's worth. If it was launched, I sometimes I get mixed up in like pre-sales, and I'll have like a bunch of pre-sales that I invest a little bit of money into and see what can take off, and I'll be able to see that within certain wallets. But I have to really dive into those. If you have too many pre-sales at one time, you can't truly track everything because now I'm focused on the entire market instead of those pre-sales. So, anyways, I have to go. Um, Once Matt becomes a millionaire, we won't care about them degrees. I won't care about them degrees. I mean, I'll care about them. They all have a significant stance in my life, and I feel like without them, I'm missing a lot. I wouldn't have been where I am today, trading wise, investing wise, all of that without my first 2 years of college. Without my second 2 years of college, I wouldn't be where I am, experience wise when it comes to work, and um, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for my master's degree as well. That brought all of this stuff to my attention, and the connections that I've made and all of that stuff. So, anyways, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter or follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Don't forget about my link to Margex if you guys want to start trading with Margex. Very, very good platform, especially as you see things that are increasing or even decreasing. You can leverage trade within the market if you have a sound strategy to make you so much in the end when it comes to just overall gains. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Hopefully you enjoy your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.